What's up? What's up, y'all? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment here again with another one. Hit the like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notification to get all of my content and all of my videos. Man, the Warriors are back. Man, Dub City is back. Uh, Got to say congratulations to the Warriors franchise. Uh, the whole squad, but the main pieces, Curry for winning that Finals MVP. Uh, Got to give a shout out to Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, Gary Payton Jr., Otto Porter, Draymond Green, and Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr, Jordan Poole, uh, and Kevon Looney. Everybody on that Warriors team, man. You know, and uh, they pretty much just took control of the entire game, and I'm gonna break it down in just a second. But before I do that, though, I also want to give a shout out to the Boston Celtics. Listen, they have nothing to really hang their head about. They gave up. Don't get me wrong, they gave up. They hung their head at the wrong time. But just the fact that they made it there, you got to give them they just do. So, they made it to the finals. That's one step closer. Now it's just about hoisting that trophy. What's up with it, Mike? What's up with it, True Viking? I see you in the building. You say you happy Boston lost. I mean, I really, either way it went, it really didn't matter to me. Um, it really didn't matter to me. Like if if Boston would have won, I would have been happy for Tatum just as much as I would have been happy, or Tatum and Brown and Marcus Smart just as well as I would have been happy for Steph Curry and especially Klay Thompson. But now the monkeys is off Curry's back. Now he got the bragging rights. Okay, now he got the Finals MVP, and he gonna be chasing. He probably gonna chase some more. Now he's in the class. Now nobody can say anything. He got 4 rings. He got 2 MVPs. One unanimous. Now he got a Finals MVP. Plus got the record. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to start having that conversation now. Uh, I don't know about replacing him for goddamn Wilt or no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But uh, dude is up there, and like I said, man, I don't be looking at no top 15, all that other bullshit. But what I will say is that Steph Curry, he he defines what resilient is, man. Listen, he bounced back from a bad game and came out, but we're not giving no credit to Andrew Wiggins, man. Okay, and like I said, I'm gonna continue talking about Andrew Wiggins. I've always talked about Andrew Wiggins and everything, but Celtics, man, they pretty much just they gave up, man. And it was sad to see. Uh, they didn't seem as motivated as they did earlier in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And I know Ima Udoka was clearly getting frustrated. He clearly was getting frustrated, man. But it was clear. If you sit up here and you try to have an argument with me saying that these guys didn't give up, then you smoking crack because they did. All right. Um, Now let's get to the game. All right. They ended up beating them with a final score of 103-90. Uh, they fell behind. Okay. Now this is where I thought Boston was gonna really take control. They fell behind because I think it was what 12-2, 14-2, something like that. And then that's when they went on that big ass run. They went on a like a 30-8 run. And what they did, man, is they like I said. Nobody's mentioning the fact about Andrew Wiggins. Jordan Poole came up and stepped up. Draymond Green did a little bit, and so did Klay Thompson. And that's the thing; they all scored in double figures. Uh, the only one that was really playing that you could really say that was really trying their best to really keep Boston in it was Jaylen Brown, and I'm talking about after the Golden State had went on that run. But other than that, man, they just really didn't have had a fight in them that most Boston Celtics fans would have wanted them to have. Now, like I said, man, what solidified I think Stephen Curry's Finals MVP was his 43 point performance that he did in Game Four. Okay, that's what solidified it. Uh, you know, a lot of people want to sit up here and they want to say, well, he got a unanimous MVP, but he don't have a Finals MVP. Well, we can put that conversation to rest. We can put that conversation to rest because there were some guys, that's not even in the top 75. They got a Finals MVP, and one of them guys I had already talked about, and that's DJ. God rest his soul. Dennis Johnson, the late great Dennis Johnson. You know, but what you also have to understand is that this puts Curry at at a points per game career average of 32.5 points per game in all title clinching games. Okay, and that's second all time in history. Get next to who? The great MJ. Okay, so listen, y'all talk about, oh yeah, well he's not in the same sentence with MJ or Kobe. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Yes, he is. The man got four rings, man. The man got four rings, got Finals MVP, got unanimous MVP, and a transcendent player. You said, salute Polo, the Warriors, the champ, eat your heart out. True Braggin. I have new name for you, Lion Viking. Well, Stephen Green, man, you can't come over here, trying to cap because you was wrong the whole playoff. Nigga, you said it was gonna be Boston. You said it was gonna be Dallas and Miami, nigga. Your prediction was all off, so I can understand why you upset. He wanna look. Steven, what I noticed about Steven is he'll sit up there, he'll say all this shit. You know what I'm saying? He'll be a chat warrior, all that shit. Don't never, he don't never want to step up on here or nothing. And then like when the niggas start winning, when he'll be like, yeah, I told you so. I told you so. Saying silly shit. Nigga, dog, come on, man. You need to hold your goddamn nuts and stop doing that silly shit. Cause you know good and goddamn well that your ass chose Dallas and Miami for the finals. And you was wrong. That's what I'm saying. You gotta keep that same energy, bro. Don't try that shit. But nah, it's all in fun. But real talk though, man. I was shocked by the way Boston, came out. I can spoke on that. What you mean you can spoke on that? You ain't speaking on shit, man. And when you get on here, your phone be fucked up anyway. So don't even try that shit. What's up with it, Alex? Congratulations to you, man. Now, yeah, Now, I've been saying this for a while, all right, and I've been saying this throughout the playoffs. I said this for both teams, but the Warriors have showed how how deep they can be and how they can put fear in the opponents just by how deep they are. Okay, um, you saw that with Denver, okay, because they're able to they're able to do you know pretty much everything from the defensive end and the offensive end, you know, and their runs be epic. You got to understand. They went on a 30. They went first. They went on at one point in the second quarter. They went on a 21-0 run, and they pretty much changed the momentum of the game. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that had to do. Okay, Curry, yes, he was doing this thing or whatever, but there was some of that Curry didn't even he didn't even do. It was a combination of Wiggins. I mean, Wiggins was putting on a clinic on the defense, on the offensive rebound. Then they out rebounded them too in terms of the offensive rebound too. All you think about is strength in numbers, and that's been a motto is strength in numbers or whatever. And like I said, they're becoming a squad. They're becoming a squad to where okay, if you want to win the championship, you go over there. And look, they rebounded from where they came from. Say Golden State and Boston back at it next year. We'll have to see, but don't make your predictions like that no more, Steven, because you've been hella wrong on your predictions. Nigga, you was wrong. I think the only thing you did good, man, was probably with the tournament. You were spot on with some of the picks in the tournament, man. But this one you were wrong. I was wrong. Shit, I was wrong. I thought Boston was gonna come back and win it. Look, I was wrong. I admit I was wrong. I chose Boston to win the whole thing. True the King, shout out to him and True Viking know that, and the rest of my Celtics fan up in here. So to get back to everything though, see they're deep, and now they still have a future. Hey, look, Steph Curry can keep on playing. Steph Curry, he while he's 34 going on 35. I say Steph Curry can, with the style that he plays, provided that he don't continue to get hurt, because that's the big thing. If he don't get hurt, I could see Steph Curry playing like 6 more years. Okay, just provided that he doesn't get hurt, and probably possibly four, maybe 3 to 4 at the height of his game. But I don't know, man. Steph Curry works out. He works hard. You said my prediction was right. Nigga, shut the hell up, nigga. Yeah, man, get out of here, Sterling. God, you good and goddamn well, nigga. You want to say his prediction was right? Nah, I'm playing with you, Sterling, man. Salute to you. I'm fucking with that Sterling. Yeah, hey, well, okay, we'll see if your prediction right. The next thing that I got to challenge you on, because now we moving into other sports now. Now everybody's anticipating Buds versus Spence, man. That's the next thing. That's the next thing we need to see. But let's continue, man. Um, Listen, the thing that killed Boston was that it was turnovers. Okay, plain and simple. They turned the ball over 22 times, right? This is what you have to understand, right? Coming into I think the playoffs, they were already averaging 12 turnovers a game. Well, coming into last night, they were averaging 17 turnovers a game. And then on top of that, as I mentioned before, shout out to Two Raw for TV. He had put everybody on game about this. That Jayson Tatum is an all-time leader in turnovers. He surpassed LeBron James. It don't take nothing away from you know how good Tatum is and everything, but you know you're not going to win the game doing the turnovers will really kill you. You said Steph Curry last minutes. I didn't understand what you said. You said last minutes. And a lot of their turnovers were unforced errors. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you talk about like Marcus Smart and Jason Tatum were just they were being careless with the ball. You've seen it. Um, you know they they struggled with the runs that came, especially in the fourth quarter. Smart didn't have his best game because he only shot. I think Smart only shot what 3 or 4 or 12 or something like that. And it was just not. They just gave up, man. They just flat up gave up. So that was the big story, and the Warriors were able to take advantage of that. We got to remember this. Shout out to Hitman X. Okay, let me say something about this. Shout out to Hitman X because what's up with it, Warren? Hitman X had said that he talked about Golden State's defensive efficiency. And these two teams were the best two defensive teams, but nobody really wanted to look at it. They were always so concerned with some of the other defensive teams, like the Memphis and things like that. But Hitman X pointed that out, and Phoenix, because Phoenix was up there too. But Golden State, you can't neglect that they still had a defensive team. I think that because they didn't really have the interior presence like you were looking at them. Guess what? Andrew Wiggins was able to adapt. That was a beautiful offensive rebound that he did when Steph Curry had hit the shot and he came from the bucket. Andrew Wiggins had been doing that the whole entire playoffs. You say what you want. Did he struggle in just a couple games? Yeah, but he was there at the right place at the right time to fill the void. Salute, Paulo. Salute to the Warriors. Hell of a season on both teams. That I had a problem with Tatum is he shut down when the game. Yeah, you said. Uh, yeah, look, Tatum is he gonna bounce back. He gonna bounce back. I'm not gonna count him out. But listen, if you really want to be honest, and I'm gonna tell you this, Sterling, if Boston would have won, the Finals MVP would have went to Jaylen Brown. You see, Jaylen Brown was all they had last night. Listen, we got to start having that conversation about Jaylen Brown being a superstar as well, because he was the one that was keeping Boston in it. He was staying level headed. But Ima Udoka is not somebody that you could just we're gonna put it to sleep for first year. For this being his first year, what he did was phenomenal, man. I mean, he got a sweep on his resume. He swept uh, pretty much what some of the people thought was the best tandem in basketball, the most skilled duo. He swept them. Then he beat the champs, He beat the defending champs in Giannis and them. Then he beat a team that had the number one scoring bench in the NBA, and nobody gave a shot. Everybody thought that Miami was just gonna run them out of the building, and on top of that, a championship pedigree coach in uh, in Eric Spoelstra. He did that. You said Jalen good, but he always getting hurt. But I think nah, they wouldn't have gave it to Tatum. He was too inconsistent. Jaylen Brown was way more consistent, and he didn't get hurt. He didn't get hurt during this stretch finally. But the reason why I neglected to give him that superstar status, Sterling, was the fact that he's not as durable. But Jayson Tatum has not played his best game. It's been Jaylen Brown. He would have had the Finals MVP, and we could go back and we could look. We could go back and we could look at the metrics. Just go back and go look at the metrics. Go look at his shooting percentage and go look at what he's been doing on the defensive end too. Okay, they listen. There's no way they would have gave it to Tatum, and I like Tatum. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I fucks with Tatum. Anybody that's in the school of Kobe, yeah, I'm fucking with them. But nah, they were gonna give it to Jaylen Brown. But they'll be back, and I give a pro. See, a lot of people they talk about Robert Williams and all this other stuff. Oh well, Robert Williams ain't do nothing and all this other stuff. Did y'all know that he had his knee? He kept constantly getting his knee drained, and he didn't make no excuses. He still was out there and still was playing despite having a meniscus coming off of meniscus surgery. Yeah, a lot of people said that. A lot of people said that the MVP should have been Wiggins, but nah, Curry earned it, man. Curry earned it, man. Curry earned it. You could give several guys props. I'm I'm happy the way Draymond Green responded, man. You know what I'm saying? Draymond Green piped down, he shut his mouth, didn't say anything. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be having a conversation about Draymond Green a little bit later and everything. We'll talk about him, and we're gonna talk about some of the role players uh, with him. But he shouldn't have been MVP. It was Curry. It was Curry. Why would you want somebody different? Curry never got it before, Queen. He never got it before, and he got robbed of the one a few years back. He should have got that one. Everybody knows that. The one that Andre Iguodala got, he should have got that one. Nah, Curry got it. Andrew Wiggins, phenomenal though. I'll tell you this: they probably would not have been in a couple of these games throughout the whole entire playoffs without Andrew Wiggins. I'll tell you that. But a 43 point performance. He led the charge in terms of the runs that had taken place multiple times in the playoffs. Nah, man. And on top of that, he capitalized in the end. See, they wanted Curry to be clutch. He came through at the end of games for the majority of the time. But I ain't. I'm not. I repeat, I'm not replacing Steph Curry. I'm not replacing Wilt for Steph Curry. That I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry because Ice Cube. Hey, Man, Queen, you already know, man. You know you entitled to your opinion. I want people to have a difference of opinion. Some people, hey, you're not the only one that said that. True, you're not the only one that said that. But see, everybody appreciate. It seems like everybody appreciates buckets, but they don't appreciate the dirty work. They don't appreciate the stuff that gets unnoticed. And that's what Wiggins brought to the table. A lot of people they still looking at Wiggins like Minnesota Wiggins, like you know, not really motivated to play. That's not the same Wiggins, man. That's not the same Wiggins. But I think people are disappointed. People are disappointed, man. They wanted a lot of people wanted the Warriors to lose. It didn't listen. It didn't matter to me. You know why? Because there was so many dynamics in this series that I would have been happy for either team, right? For both of them had chips on their shoulders. Both of them had something to prove. Okay, for instance, Curry had to prove that he could get it done when it really mattered. Jayson Tatum and Brown had to prove or tried to prove that they could get it done when it really mattered. Uh, I'm sorry about that. Steve Kerr had to go up against a a coach that pretty much have been out coaching everybody. And then on top of that, they they lacked in terms of presence and length. The Warriors that's where they were lacking, but they were able to adapt to that, and they were able to use that to their advantage. So they knew that what's his name Andrew Wiggins was a hell of a rebounder. Look what he was doing, and they didn't even have James Wiseman. Can y'all imagine if once they get James Wiseman back? Can you imagine how scary that these guys gonna be, man? That man, I'm anxious to see that how okay. I disagree with that, Steven. You talking about they need a true power forward? Nah, they need to get healthy, and Tatum needs to be more of a leader. They had enough pieces to win the game, Steven. They had enough pieces to win the finals. I felt like they could have used Daniel Tice a little bit more. Yeah, exactly. Hey, true. I thought I was the only one that was tripping. They clearly gave up. They clearly gave up. And I'm like, what are you doing? But it seemed like it seemed like the Warriors they just turned it up a whole nother level. The Warriors are turning they're starting to be a team, man, like they were like they could turn it up anytime that they want to. You said top three next year in the West is Warriors, Mavs, and Clippers. Dog, what Steven, what are you looking at, bro? And I listen, I don't I'm not hating on the Clippers, man, but the Clippers gotta worry about getting healthy. Did you forget about Memphis? Still can't. Well, Phoenix. Listen, you gotta. Hey, we'll see how the Lakers do. No, I'm surprised nobody talking about the Lakers. I'm interested to see why you said the Clippers though, Steven. I want to know that. Yeah, he ain't got no. I guess you ain't got no answer for that. You said they look good, and salute to the Warriors. You said, "What's up with it, James? I see you in the building." You said Warriors have a right combination of veterans. They allow young players to grow and get better. Yeah, they got a good little mixture, but they're so young. They're extremely young, and they got a bright future ahead of them. And their biggest thing is just also just staying healthy. Which look, Clay Thompson, he wasn't even 100%, and he still won. When Clay Thompson come back, I'll repeat it again. My favorite player on the Warriors. I'm I want to be clear about that. I'm not a Warriors fan, but I appreciate great team basketball, team structure basketball. And when you talk about a guy like Clay Thompson, dog, you can't go to sleep on him just like everybody going to sleep. They might be going to sleep on Tatum and Brown and all that other stuff and Ama Udoka and the Celtics. No, I'm not going to sleep on them because y'all went to bed on the Celtics when they was getting to Eastern Conference championships and stuff like that. The Celtics have already been there. So guess what? They're gonna be fighting, doing everything they can to get back in there, and they're gonna have like a different mindset. You know what I'm saying? Their mindset gonna be it's just gonna be different. But Clay Thompson, he ain't even 100%. And watch out next year when I just hope he don't get. I pray he don't get hurt. Clay Thompson gonna be in the gym. If you think Curry gonna relax and take it easy and all this other bullshit, absolutely not. That's one of the reasons why I like Clay Thompson. I mean, well, Clay Thompson too. But that's one of the reasons why I like Curry. Is because Curry is a workaholic. Y'all don't see the amount of work that Curry puts in. Y'all think that Curry is a prima donna, or he'll be out there just walking in without practicing, stepping in, shooting from half court and all that other stuff. No, he puts the time in. He puts the work in. He puts the dedication in, working on his handles, working on different stuff, working on his conditioning, trying to improve in different areas. So he gonna immediately get back into the gym, just like everybody else. That's why I really feel like both LeBron and AD need to shut the fuck up because get off of fucking social media. Just get your ass in the gym and don't say shit to nobody. Lock yourself in there. Don't say shit to nobody, and come back killing those motherfuckers. That's what you should do. That's what the greats did. What you think, man? That's JMJ know what I'm talking. That's what Jordan did when man that motherfucker was on the Space Jam set, man, hooping with NBA players, trying to get right because he knew that previous year they were talking all that shit about him. They were saying, oh yeah, 45 to 23, all that bullshit, and then seeing Horace Grant, man, that stuck with him. Guess what? He got right back up in that motherfucker, came through and swept the same team in that Orlando Magic. Didn't say shit to nobody. That's how you supposed to do. That's how you bounce back, and that's how you do in life. I try to stray away from getting philosophical, but this shit right here, like, like cat, this shit right here. You say I bet KD somewhere punching the air. Yeah, on this Cuba Gooding Jr. shit, like Cuba Gooding Jr. and Boys in the Hood and shit. What's up with it, Marco? I see you in the building. He over there swinging at the air and shit, like Cuba Gooding Jr. after being harassed by the cops and shit. That's what you got to do, man. The greats they get back in the gym. You listen. Have you heard Giannis? Do you see Giannis constantly on social media? No. Guess what? He's in the gym. Y'all know what I be saying? Get in the gym, man. Just shut the fuck up and get in the gym. You said Kobe was in that gym too. Bird, Magic, everybody in the past. Well, not everybody, but the vast majority of them was. There were some guys that really didn't take the game serious, but I can't put that on everybody though, JMJ. But yeah, the guys that you mentioned, yeah, they was back in that gym. Yeah, man, get off of social media, man. Cut that shit. There ain't no wrong with you being on social media, but goddamn, like you sitting up in there, you trying to vouch for AD, and I don't want to hear none of this. Oh well, that's his teammate and all this other bullshit, man. He a grown ass man. Fuck all that shit. Draymond Green, shit, same thing, man. Get your ass in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Jayson Tatum, don't say shit to nobody. Get your ass in the gym. Jaylen Brown, capitalize on what you did. That's what you gotta do. You gotta shut the fuck up and get in the gym. That's what you're supposed to do. If people talking about you and saying shit like that, man, if they say that you ain't a great writer, man, shut the fuck up and don't say shit to nobody and write. If a bitch tell you ugly, you know what I'm saying? Shut the fuck up, man, and go flex on that hoe. You know what I'm saying? If them niggas say that you can't talk right, nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga, and get better with your lingo or with your enunciation, your pronunciation. If a nigga say that you can't shoot, shut the fuck up and get in the gym and go shoot. If a nigga say that you can't do something, nigga, man, just shut the fuck up, man, and go pipe down and go get it done. If them niggas ain't paying attention to you, be the lonely motherfucker and shut the fuck up, man, and pipe down and flex on them when they come through again. Nigga, them niggas say that you can't box, nigga, get in the fucking gym, man, hit that punching bag, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Get your conditioning right and shit, you know what I'm saying? And be able to go 12 rounds with any motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? If you get knocked out, man, get the fuck back up. Yeah, man. You gotta shut the fuck up and get in the gym, man. It's really it ain't that complicated. It ain't rocket science. It ain't no rocket science to success. Everybody like, oh well, you man, why did you say Curry is on Jordan's level? He is. He on Jordan and Kobe's level. Now you gotta respect that nigga now. He got the finals MVP. He may not have no 6 rings. He may not have no 5 rings, but he chasing that shit. Yeah, you gotta flex on that hoe. Shit. Man, I like shit like that, man. I like if somebody tell you, oh, you ain't this, you ain't that, or something like that, you know what I'm saying? You gotta use that shit. You gotta use that shit to strengthen you. But see, that's the problem with Tatum, man. He mentally weak. He mentally when shit is going on. when shit is great, he do really, really great. But when shit ain't going that well, he don't know how to. Man, he gotta learn how to bounce back from that shit. And he gotta be a leader. He gotta stop hanging his head and stop letting that shit get to him. Don't get me wrong, he's still a great player, still phenomenal. But at the same token, his counterpart was doing better than him throughout the series. And I don't want to don't try to come on here. Well, the numbers and the analytics and all that other bullshit. Nah, at the end of the day, all that analytics, all that metrics, uh, all them numbers and stats and all that other bullshit, nigga. Are you hoisting the Larry O'Brien? Are you winning? Did you get a dub? Dub City got a dub, and they back on top. Polo Sports Talking Entertainment. Like the video, share it, subscribe, hit the notification. Till then, man, I get at you later.